Warren, can you please give me some tips on improving my credit? It is something I am always trying to do.
Amy, that's the question that I get posed the most. How can I improve my credit score? I always answer that question and letting people know the most important aspect of improving your credit score is knowing what data goes into calculating that score. The most important part is your payment history. Your payment history makes up 35% of your credit score. Basically, are you paying your bills on time? It's very, very imperative to pay your bills on time. All lenders want to know if they're going to get repaid if I lend this person money. So the importance of paying your bills on time is very, very crucial. The second thing is amounts owed. How much money does that person owe on their balances on revolving accounts or installment accounts? So from a credit card utilization standpoint, you want to make sure that you're not utilizing too much of your credit limit. So an example is that if you have a credit card with $1,000 limit, you definitely want to try to keep your utilization under 30%. So I would say try to keep it around 10 to 15%. That's something that will help improve your credit score. The other thing that's comprised of your credit score is your length of credit history. Basically, what that entails is like how long has a person had a loan? How long has a person had something reporting to the bureau? So hypothetically speaking, if you got a mortgage in 2020 and that's your longest trade line, then basically your credit history, your longest trade line would be for 2 years. It says your length of time paying back that debt is 2 years. So the longer credit history kind of gives a book on terms of if this person is paying their bills on time. So that's something important to look at. 10% of that credit score is calculated based off your credit mix. And what I mean by credit mix, you have your installment loans, you have your revolving lines of credit. People are like, well, what are the difference? Installment loans is something that has a set period of time to pay back. Auto loans are considered that. Student loans are considered that. Mortgage are considered that. Revolving lines of credit are considered like your lines of credit, your credit card, things that vary in terms of your payments. So having a nice credit mix of installment loans and revolving lines of credit is something that creditors look at. The other thing that comprises of your credit score is your new credit. One of the things I always tell people is that don't apply for credit unless you need it. So hypothetically speaking, if you're out shopping for a mortgage, then that's perfectly fine because you're looking to buy something. But if you're like applying for a credit card just for the sake of applying for a credit card, anytime that you apply for credit, that's considered a hard inquiry and that can impact your score. So Amy, just knowing in terms of what data is used to calculate the score and making sure that you're paying your bills on time and you're paying attention to your spending habits, those are things that you can do to improve your credit score.
Great information. Thank you so much, Warren.